right. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing lovely and amazing and awesome. We're gonna get started with basically our charting educational call. Okay. So I'm gonna chart in between, well, we're on NASDAQ in Q1 for anyone who doesn't know. I'm gonna be charting in between 20 20,061 and then down to 18,000. Um, for those that have been paying attention to the charts, you can see at 4 o'clock or on this 4 o'clock candle, from the high of it, we've moved down nearly 4,000 ticks. So that's pretty large. All right. So we're gonna probably have to chart a little bit lower, um, where really old price action is at. You know, this is September of last year because we're coming down to those levels where we might have to use them. So for anyone who is a little bit newer and hasn't charted out, levels any lower than, maybe around here or whatever, we're gonna do that today because we might, if we end up coming down just a little bit more, we're gonna need these levels down here. And that's again, because someone always asks, this is why we want to keep levels on our chart, even if they're from months ago or whatever, because we never know when we'll need them. If we end up getting to the point where the current price is now down at where all the old levels are at, from a few months ago, then we want to make sure we have them on the chart. All right. So, I'm gonna go through this the same way I would do pre-market in the morning. We're just doing the higher time frame levels, so 4 hour down to the 30 minute, marking out supply and demand zones, balances and imbalances, levels of support, resistance, trend lines, and chart patterns. And market just opened back up. All right, so let's start on this 4 hour. I'm just gonna mark out all the levels. I'm not gonna go in any specific order, just whatever I see. We do have, this is really large here, but this basing candle, and then this really, really, really big imbalance candle. This is the candle I was just talking about, that we saw from 4 o'clock today. Well, 4 p.m. EST my time. Okay, so right before market close, and if you were going to mark the zone from open to high, it would look like that. And the zone itself would be 2,000 ticks. So y'all know I don't like to have super huge zones on my chart. So I'm not going to mark that as a huge zone. But if you do want to have it, you can. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it with a line at the bottom of it. And I know where it ends at. Okay, but I know that we have a zone once we get up back up towards this 523 level. And so I'm going to mark this as a 4 hour. All right, so we got a 4 hour supply zone up there. Let's see if we have anything else on this 4 hour in this general area before we move back. Okay, so it doesn't look like it. All right, so checking these general areas now for any 4 hour levels. Looks like we do have a zone down here. We got this red basing candle, small red basing candle, pretty big imbalance candle, 1,000 ticks, very nice continuation to the upside. So if you were to mark that, you'd mark it from open to low, right? Open to low. And this zone is also pretty big, about 1,000 ticks. So if you don't like to have super large zones on your chart, you could just mark it as a line starting from the open and mark it again as a 4 hour. And just for those that don't know, this is a 4 hour demand zone. And when price gets down to this level, if it does, there's a possibility we could see, some type of bounce in the area, okay? Or bounce out of the zone. All right. So we have that on the 4 hour. Let's see if there's anything else on the 4 hour that we need to mark out. All right, nothing much here. All right, back all the way over here. We do have this very large imbalance candle, but again, when I'm marking out balances and imbalances, I like to see, if this is the imbalance, right? I like to see some level of support or resistance that I can actually, use as an entry to actually get, into the imbalance or fill that imbalance, right? Like that. So once we get that level of support or resistance on whatever time frame, I will mark some level around here as an imbalance if we do end up getting that. All right. Down to the 3-hour now. Seeing what we have. Okay. Nothing up here because we just had this huge move down. So there's no zones or levels really. We do have previous support. You guys know I like to mark out my previous support as a watch level because the market could possibly move back up and retest or respect the level, right? So we have at 19,182, we got touch here, touch here, touch here. We got the break here on this 3-hour, and now we are coming on down. All right. So obviously we don't know for sure if this is resistance, but I'm gonna mark this as a watch level. All right, so we got that. Cool, lovely, awesome. Nothing else here. So let's move over March 26th at 2,400. I'm not charting that high up because we're nearly 1,000 ticks away from that. If not 1,000, I don't know. I'm not measuring properly. Not ticks, points, sorry. Yeah, so we're 1,400 points away from that, 5,700 ticks away from that. So yeah, I'm not charting up there. I'm just gonna chart in between 2061 and then this. But are you saying uh like a zone up here? That zone there? I think that's maybe what you're talking about. If that is, then that is a zone. Open to high, small green basing candle, big imbalance candle. Yes, okay, then yeah. Yeah, that is definitely valid. And that is on my actual chart. I just wasn't charting all the way up there. But if you did want to mark that out, if you don't already have it on the chart, guys, definitely mark that out as a 4-hour. All right. And that was from March 26th. Yeah, like you said. So most of you guys should already have that because we marked that out. 3-hour for you. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the 3-hour. Sorry, Mike. That was my fault. I'm on the 3-hour too. Yep, that's a 3-hour. Yeah, I did. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, no, that was my fault. All right, so we got the 3-hour up there. I just wasn't charting up there. That is definitely valid though. All right, now to move over here, see if we have any zones or levels or whatever in this general area. It looks like this is also a 3-hour zone. You can see we have that small red basing candle, big imbalance candle, nice continuation to the upside. So instead of marking, a bunch of zones on top of zones and all that, I'm just going to move this up because this 4-hour is sitting inside of the 3-hour, right? So I'm going to move it up to where the 3-hour starts, okay? And I'm going to just change it to a 3-hour, all right? No need for me to have a million zones stacked on top of each other. And if you wanted to mark it with the actual box and just have that on your chart, you can mark that from open of the basing candle to the low of the basing candle because that's, lower than the imbalance candle. And yeah, that's that. It's pretty big, but you can do that if you want. All right, let's see if there's anything else on the 3-hour. We do have a zone here. This will be where we stop, where I stop charting under. But we got that small red basing candle, big imbalance candle, right? Almost 1,000 ticks. Nice continuation to the upside. All right. So I'll just move this down. So yeah, that imbalance or that supply, not even supply, that demand zone starts at around 1836 for anyone who wants to mark that out and can't tell exactly where it starts if you can't see it. All right. And then let's just make sure that we are marking it on the 3-hour and let's drag it all the way to where current price is at. Okay, because we need to be aware of that. Let's drag that all the way to where current price is at, and we're going to mark that on the 3-hour. All right. Now, that was about it though. There's nothing else over here on the 3-hour, under where current price is at. All right, so let's go down again. We don't really have a lot. Okay. So on to the 2-hour. It looks like we also have a 2-hour zone up here. We got that very, very small green basing candle, big imbalance candle. Again, when we have zones inside of other zones, because this would be the 2-hour, there's really no need to mark it out unless you just really want to. It's really up to you, personal preference. So if you did want to mark this 2-hour out, you would do it like this and just label it as a 2-hour supply zone, right? But since it's inside of this 4-hour, for me, I'm just not going to mark it out. This is a really, really big zone. Actually, how big is that? Yeah, that's huge. All right. All right, so let's see what else we have on this 2 hour. We're getting closer to this 862 level or the zone. Anything on this 2 hour, same demand zone down here. No need to, mark it out, but if you did really want to, you're gonna mark that from open to low, right? We got that small green basing candle, big imbalance candle. So if you did want to mark that out down there, you're gonna mark it right there. But again, it's sitting inside of the 3 hour, so it's not really necessary. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we get to the 1 hour to mark this level out. Got a little support here. And then other than that, nothing else. And yeah, all right. So you guys, when we're doing our charting, we don't really need to have all these a whole lot of levels. It doesn't, we don't have to do all that. All right, I'm on the 1 hour now. All right, we got a zone up here as well. Again, I'm just gonna keep telling you, if you want to mark it out, you can. Okay, open to the high of the basing or imbalance candle, whichever one is higher, right? But it's sitting inside the 4 hour, so we don't have to have all the extra levels on the chart. Okay. Um, remember, same concept. And I'm gonna mark this watch level, make sure I have it on the 3 hour, because I do want to know what time frame this is valid on, because it's not valid on this 1 hour. But it's also a similar thing here where we had previous support, right, over the course of a few days. So we had touch here, touch here, touch here. We ended up breaking it, haven't disrespected it yet. So it's possible that if price does end up coming back up, price or the market may want to use that level as resistance. I think it's also valid on the 30-minute. If it's not, I'll change it. But yeah, so if we end up coming back up and say we're in longs, we could use these levels as potential targets, right? So that's why we're going to mark that out because it could be potential or possible resistance. All right, let's see if there's anything over here on the 1 hour that we need to mark out. And I did say I was going to mark this out over here. Essentially, we have this kind of support down here. Will I record this session? Yes, this session is being recorded and it will be sent out as soon as it's done uploading tonight. Yes, yes, yes. So we got the support at like 237, right around that level. Did not mean to do that. We got touch here, guys, touch here. I think we touched it a while ago too. Or like not a while ago, I guess. Hold on, I'm looking. Hold on, let me take this off. It's making it more difficult. All right. Oh, we just got under that. Okay, never mind that, guys. We're moving down. It's this level I'm talking about. Here it goes with the imbalance. It looks the exact same. 395, 395. Okay, that's under current price. Touch here, touch here. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. The touch here. All right, there we go. Right around this level. If you want to adjust it to sit right under the bodies, you can do that. So there's that touch there. And then the other two touches over here. And so we got an imbalance up or under that level, imbalance below. So once we end up breaking this level of support, we got this general area to fill, right? So 600 ticks there, and then on down into the zone is about 1,500 ticks. All right. So I'm going to mark 377 as an imbalance below on the 1 hour. Okay, make sure we know what time frame it's valid on. Yes, sorry, Mike. Let me go back. Yep. All right, so we're at 377. Let me adjust this a little bit. Yep, we're at 377. And we got the touches, and the touches. So imbalance below on the 1 hour. There you go. Make sure you guys can see that. And you can see this is that imbalance that we'd be looking to fill. Actually, what I was just talking about, when I'm marking an imbalance, I like to see support or resistance that I can use as an entry, to fill the balance, right? So in this case, our level of support is going to be 392. We have those touches, and then we got the imbalance that we can fill there, right? Clean imbalance here, and then if sellers are strong enough, maybe we can come down into the zone, okay? So that's that, and I think it's overall 1,500 ticks right at 1442. All right, so see if there's anything else on this 1 hour. Well, I don't think there is because we went all the way down there. We are coming down, guys. Let's see how much we moved down since 600 ticks. It's coming down. All right, let's see. 195, if we have anything. Same zone on the 4 hour. Really big basing candle. That's really big. Um, but we don't really have anything else over here. Yeah. So let's head over to around the 1800s. See if we have anything over there on this 195. Same zone, right? We got this 3 hour. It's also valid on the 195. So if you wanted to mark that out, you can mark it from open to the low there. And that would be 195, right? Demand zone. But it's inside of the 3 hour. So you don't, again, have to have all the extra zones if it's already inside of a zone. But if you do want to mark it out, this is how you would mark it, open to low, starting at around 816. All right, on the 195 minute. Let's see if there's anything else over here. It doesn't look like it. Got that same, that nice clean imbalance on this time frame, and nothing else. So let's go back over here. We basically are coming down into this zone now. Let's see if we have anything on the 90 minute. It doesn't look like it. Nothing going on here. So let's head over to the 1800s again. Well, we're already in the 1800s now. We just got into them. All right. Sorry, guys. It's so far away. And the lower the time frame, you got to scroll more and more. All right. So on this 90 minutes, current price is here. So anything under that. On this 90 minute, this kind of looks like something, doesn't it? I don't know what that looks like on other time frames though. If it looks weird on other time frames, maybe I'll take it off. But look, we struggled to close below like 595. Touch, 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 touch. 18,595. So for now, I'm gonna mark this as support on the 90 minute. We can put it as buyer's hold, support, whatever you want to call it, right? But we got touches at that level. I didn't mean to do that. But we'll see what it looks like on other time frames because we do have a lot of wicks up under it. So we'll see. All right, let's see. Nothing else over here. Same imbalance below there, with the next level being that zone. All right, so now we're gonna do 45 and then 30, and then that's all of our levels. All right, we're on the 45 now, guys. Same zone up here, right? No need to mark it out. It's inside of the 4 hour zone and it's huge, right? Open to high, starting at 607 on that 45 minute. Okay, so we got that supply zone up there. Again, it's inside the 4 hour, sorry, so we don't really need to mark it out. Nothing else over there, so let's go all the way over here. I told you guys, I could have just made it smaller. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it looks weird on the 45. I'm gonna see what it looks like on the 30. And actually, let me see what it looks like on the 1 hour. That support. Where is that support at, guys? Let's find it. Doesn't look good on the 1 hour. Actually, hold on. Yes, it does. Just adjust it a little bit. I'm gonna mark this on the 1 hour because it's a more common time frame, the 1 hour. So I like to see if it aligns with, you know, levels on a more common time frame because that's what a lot of traders are using. Okay. But there's nothing over here. Okay, so that 593, whatever, 595, I just changed that to 1 hour support. I thought I put support before, but I guess not. Okay, so support, right? Again, we got touch, 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 touch over the span of 3 days. Um, oh, Devon said Mike, screen record. He don't have to. I'm gonna send the recording out after this. I'm gonna send it after this, in the announcement section. So yeah, you guys are good. All right, so let's go to the 30 minute now because we was on the 45. All right. Same zone up here, sitting inside of the 4 hour. No need to mark it out, right? We got small green basing candle, big imbalance candle, right? No need to mark it out. I see we had this previous 30 minute that actually formed today, and we would have marked that out this morning or tomorrow morning, but Trump spoke about tariffs and this is what happened. And so this zone is now invalidated. This was, this would have been a zone though. So let's see if there's anything that's actually valid. Let's go all the way over here now. We're in the 30-minute right now, actually. And there's also a 30-minute down here, I think. Let me see. Kind of. All right. We technically it's really no point of marking this 30-minute out here now at this point because we're basically in the 30-minute. We basically didn't respect this 30-minute or basically in the 3 hour, sorry. At this point, moving right down to the 3 hour. And we're kind of disrespecting it. So this would have been a zone here as well, where we have that small red basing candle and then this big imbalance candle here. Actually, the imbalance candle is not even that big. All right, yeah, let's forget this. All right. The imbalance candle is not even that big, but we're down into the 3 hour now. So even if this was a zone, we would take it off at this point because you can see current price is now moving down lower and lower and lower into that zone. All right. So let's see. This is also valid on the 30-minute, actually. That's good. So let's change this to 30-minute because remember, we want to see what is the lowest time frame that our level is valid on, right? So that if we're looking for a break, we know that we can wait for a break on the 30-minute instead of having to wait for, a break on the 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever. So touch, 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 touch. Right at 593, we got support there. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything else? Let's see how big this imbalance candle is. Yep. All right. So then what we have here is imbalance or basing candle, sorry, big imbalance candle, right? The wick on the basing candle is big, but it's under, so it's just the zone, right? So 770 or 733, sorry, big imbalance candle move up. And we're gonna mark that from open to low of that basing candle. How big is this? 600. If you want to leave this as a zone, you can. I'm gonna just leave it, right? I'll fix it later. I'll take it off or mark it as a line later, but we do have a 30-minute zone there, right? So we have the imbalance below on the 1 hour, right? Even if you wanted to adjust it a little bit, but we have that imbalance below there. Once we end up breaking and holding below that level of support, we'd obviously just look to fill this imbalance here, which is a little over 600 ticks, which is very nice, right? And then target into that 30-minute, if nothing else. That's if price ends up coming all the way down here. All right. And then make sure when we're marking those levels out, we're dragging them all the way to where current price is at. It's not going to do us any good if we can't see the levels. Okay. It's not going to do us any good. All right. You see we're inside of that 3 hour now. And on this 30-minute, that was pretty much all the levels. So now let me see what you guys are saying in here. Does it need to touch at the base? Sorry, I lost it. Of the candle or base of the wick. For the zones, Karen, for the zones, I have a problem identifying the key levels. I have too many of them marked or I don't know what to look for. That's exactly why we're doing this because I know a lot of people struggle with it. As you look at the chart more, you'll get more used to it. But yeah, I mean, as you see here, we have like some support and stuff and watch levels, which is previous support, but we don't have all these extra trend lines and chart patterns and they're not there. So as you start to practice more, you'll get used to it and you'll see like when you start marking levels out, oh, the market's not reacting to this level. I don't need to mark levels like this anymore, you know? So you'll learn over time. It's really going to be okay. That's why we get on here and we practice every now and then doing this. Yes, Carrie. Yeah, big move. Yeah, for the zones. So for supply zones, the basing candle is going to be green. You're going to mark it from open of the candle. So the open of the candle is at the base, and then to the high of the imbalance candle or the basing, whichever is higher, right? So like that. And then for demand zones, I'll just do it here. For demand zones, we have red basing candle. So we're going to mark from the open to the low of either the imbalance or the basing, whichever is lower. In this case, if you look really closely, you can see, sorry guys, you can see the imbalance candle is lower. All right, so we'd mark it just like that. And if you guys are in here and you're in the live or not live, the VIP Discord, if you struggle, identifying supply and demand zones, go through the Mastery Future Strategy course again, specifically just the video about supply and demand zones. And yeah, yes, Devon, yeah, base is more solid. That's why we use the base. So yeah, Karen, we are using the base. All right, guys, that's literally it. We've done it. I told you guys in the little message. Have that course on repeat. Good, you're gonna get it. You're literally going to get it. You're gonna get it. That's what you have to do. You have to watch it over and over. And then as you continue to watch stuff, as you continue to do stuff, as you continue to just show up and put in effort, different things will start clicking. Different things will start clicking. Entry as in what, Mike? What do you mean entry? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, guys, does anyone have any questions about this? So if we was doing the daily levels, if I was to send out the daily levels based off exactly what we're at or where we're at right now, excluding Bookmap, I would say, you know, um, we're down inside of this 3 hour zone. If these sellers look weak down here and buyers start to step in, we can look for longs, targeting back up, to 182, which is the first level there, you know. That's how we're gonna use the levels, right? So as you guys get more familiar with the levels and more comfortable marking them out, then maybe we'll do a class on daily levels. If you've been in the mentorship, we've gone over that and how to create those and how to do that. But yeah, that's the next step after getting your levels and everything. Entering the trade, I get stopped out like it's my job, for the love of God. But why are you getting stopped out though? Is it because your trade recognition sucks or because you don't know how to manage risk properly? Because depending on the reason, that's going to change what the solution is. The trade recognition. Yeah, so the trade recognition is going to come as you get more familiar with the chart and trading this specific thing at this specific time. My trade recognition used to suck too. You just gotta it's literally just it's not something that's going to happen overnight and no one can teach you to like identify things better. I mean, I can tell you what to look for, but I can tell one person and they might get it super quickly, and then I can tell another person the exact same thing and it might take them a little longer. It's really just going to be dependent on the person, when their eyes start to see things better, or even if they're just like looking at the charts and practicing more, studying more to see like, okay, I took this trade, but it didn't work out. Why? Why do I keep taking trades like this and it's not working? But when I take trades like this, it's working. Like actually doing the work yourself. Like when I first started and my trade recognition was really bad, I would print out the charts. I would literally print out my charts for the day and I would look at them and I would see, okay, what's going on? Where was my entry? Why did I get in here? What could I have done better? Stuff like that. And so all that's going to come with more practice over time. Trading is not going to happen, especially, when we're scalping and trading open. It's not going to be an easy thing that you're going to catch on to super quick. It's going to take a while. But as long as you keep practicing, you might start off with 10 bad trades a week, but then, you start having 7 bad trades a week, and then it goes down to 5. And eventually, you know, it gets better. Also, trade recognition could, and the issue with trade recognition could also be you not being patient enough to wait for valid entries and valid setups, which is another thing that I struggled with because, you just want to take trades. And so it seems like you got bad trade recognition, but it's really just you're not patient enough to wait for a valid setup. Okay. Which you guys see me do all the time, every morning. Not every morning, but even this morning when I missed the longs, I'm not going to chase it, right? Just because I want to make money or just because price is moving up. If I miss my valid setup, I'm not going to take any trades. I'm not going to get into anything until I have a valid setup. And so that's also something that's going to help improve your trade recognition. Really just having more patience and waiting for valid setups. Um, Switching to NinjaTrader so I can get the ATM strategy using trailing stops. There's an offer for a TradingView plan. Is that for charting? No, that's to actually place trades in TradingView. So then that would just take out the ATM strategy at that point. So yeah, that's actually to trade in TradingView. Yeah, you don't need that. NinjaTrader, all you need when you set up your account with NinjaTrader is to do whatever they tell you to do. And all the extra stuff you don't need, the extra add-ons, I mean, you'll need data, but if you're not trading with a prop firm. But other than that, you don't need all the extra add-ons and stuff. I know what you're talking about, that TradingView add-on. Um, Mike, you've been at this for 4 months. 4 months is it's still very early. I wouldn't beat yourself up about that at all. At all. And the fact that you're going back and you're reviewing your journaling already at 4 months, you're making progress. It's going to take a while. And again, everyone's different. For some people, it takes them 8 years. So you're 4 months in. You're fine. You're going to be okay. You know? You're going to be okay. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep showing up on the charts every single day, every single morning, whenever you trade, and you'll get better. I promise you. But yeah, 4 months is very early. Very early. How did you navigate in fear holding through your entire trades? Yeah, I used to have that issue. Um, Well, the first thing I did was look back at my old trades and I saw every single time I get into longs, right? Or shorts, whatever trade I get into, 9 times out of 10, I get out at 50 ticks and then it moves 100, right? And so I first got that in my head that my trading recognition or the trades that I get into, right, if they go my way, a lot of times will hit 100 ticks, 200 ticks, whatever. But I'm the issue. I'm the one that's, you know, causing me to not make enough or not make catch the full move, you know? And so at that point, when you're actually trading, you need to fight yourself basically. And you need to recognize that you're feeling uncomfortable in the moment because of fear, but it's not the fear that you're having is not protecting you from anything bad. It's hurting you. And so you have to just go against yourself. Now, also on the technical side, what you could do is size down so that, or it's still psychology, but size down so that you're not looking at like so much money fluctuating. If it's smaller, then you'll feel more comfortable sitting through your full trades. Also, having a plan, like knowing where the market is targeting or where the market could possibly move to, will help you feel more comfortable sitting through trades because it's like, okay, we get a slight pullback, but I know there's like liquidity sitting at this level, so I'm going to try to hold through this. You know, all those different things could help. But I definitely struggle with that as well. Not just the candlesticks, yeah, lots of different things. How do I get the data? In NinjaTrader, you're gonna have to log into your account and do that. You're gonna have to log into your account and get market data. The same place that you saw the trading view thing is gonna be called market data. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Passed my first eval in a week, paid for it to go live last night and blew it this morning. Oh, Andrew, I promise you we've all done it. If we've everyone in here that has passed an eval has probably blown it. Like 99% of people. It's okay. Why did that happen? And then figure out what to do next time so it doesn't happen. It's literally gonna be okay. Will the replay of this be sent out? I wasn't able to. Yes, it will. Yeah, as soon as we get off, it's gonna start uploading, and as soon as it's done, I will post it in the Discord under the announcements tab. Is there another app I need to download? Yeah, no, you don't need to download any other app. Everything's gonna be in NinjaTrader for you. Um, I mean, I'm sure there's YouTube videos if you look up how to get market data in NinjaTrader, but you don't need to do that. Where you saw that TradingView add-on, there's market data right under that or right above that in that same area when you're under your account. Blew my first PA last week back on the eval. That's okay. As long as you can say, this is why I blew the account and this is what I'm going to do better next time. Okay, hold on. Chantel. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. It says I don't have market data. Yeah, I know you don't have market data. You got to get it. I think I pay like $41 a month for market data. Yes, Carrie, I hope this challenge helps a lot of people. It's going to help me too. I told you guys I'm doing it with you. It's definitely going to be helpful if you actually take it serious. It'll really be helpful. I mean, if you set the rules for yourself and then you still decide not to follow them, obviously, it's whatever. But if you actually take it serious, it'll definitely be a big help. Yeah, same, Sarah. That's what it was for me, psychology, and that's what it is for a lot of people. And once you get that fixed, you will be good. Chantel, I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you, but it's not loading. Oh, I think I don't know, it's not letting me into NinjaTrader right now. Chantel, I might have to help you out in the morning. For some reason, it's not loading. I don't know. My skin was glowing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe NinjaTrader's having some maintenance things right now. Yeah, Chantel, in the morning, if you still can't get data, let me know and I'll check it later tonight after we get off. And I'll try to like show you exactly where it's at, but it's not loading right now for some reason. I don't know. It's not like the link to actually log in. It's not working. Yeah, yeah, pre-market or even I'm gonna check later tonight too. I don't know if they're doing maintenance or something. Maybe because they got bought out a few. days or weeks ago. I don't know. Maybe they're working on stuff. But yeah, it's not letting me log in, or it's not even letting me like click on the link. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely check on that for you. And if it still doesn't work, I could also just find a video that can maybe break it down how to do that. But it's very simple. So I think it'd be best if I could just show you really quickly. But yeah, if it doesn't load up, I'll just look for it later. Bad weather out there. Out here, I think it's sunny here. Technology. Yes, I'd be. Okay, yeah. All right, I got you then. I think because oh, because you started a thread. Well, Carrie, the thread is for you. I can see them all. I think if you open up the thread, you can see everyone's stuff. Um, but it's just so that you don't get lost or your stuff doesn't get lost. All of your logs or whatever can be kept in the same spot. So yes. Oh, Tennessee, Arizona, Mississippi. Oh, they have bad weather right now? I had a thunderstorm, I think Tuesday in Georgia, Atlanta, but nothing, nothing right now. It was cloudy earlier with a chance of meatballs, but it's picking up. All right, look, guys, we tapped into this 3 hour. Look, our zones are valid. Our zones are valid. That's good. That's very good. Let me see. Where does that 3 hour end? Ah, that's a big zone. This 3 hour goes all the way down to the 30-minute support. All right, guys. Does anyone have any more questions? That's a huge zone. Does anyone have any more questions, comments, or concerns? That was our full charting thingy. You know what? I'll send you guys this link too for anyone who like missed any levels or like needs to go back and look at my chart. I'll send the link like I do in the mornings. Uh, should we adjust the levels when you keep going down on time frames? Yeah, if you need to. If you need to. But that's why I waited for like the imbalance, right? On this 1 hour. That's why I waited till I got down to the 1 hour. Because I know if I would have marked it on the 4 hour or something, I would have had to keep adjusting it. So yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Are only the higher time frame zones valid? Yeah, they're more valid. You'll see a bigger reaction out of them. And every now and then you might have a 5 minute zone or a 15-minute zone that you see like a small little move out of, but it's not anything that's going to hold like long term. So that's why when I'm doing pre-market analysis and marking out these higher time frame levels, is to help determine the overall direction of price, like more so long term, the long term direction. Not just like a quick little 50 tick move, you know? You're welcome, Mike. I had to be in the office this week, so I couldn't trade, but I'm going to do my own 18-day challenge. Okay, yeah, definitely join in. Actually, you can still do 21 days. You can still do 21. It's okay. It doesn't matter when you start it. I couldn't trade on Monday, but I'm gonna still do 21. Someone's sending stuff in Discord. Okay, guys, let me see. Does anyone have any more questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, okay. Oh no, that's not who it was. Okay. I think I answered all the questions. Does anyone have any more questions, comments, or concerns before we get off? Our charting sessions are usually not the long sessions, like our other educational calls. Sorry. Okay. It looks like no one has any more questions. All right then, guys. You're welcome. Yeah, just something quick little practice charting session. Um, you know, all right. We'll see what we're gonna do next week. So many different things you can do. If y'all have suggestions for our educational call next week, like whatever y'all want to know or need help knowing, just send it and I'll look at it. I'll probably ask in the Discord so I can get everyone's opinion. But yeah, I'll see you guys. You guys have a great night or day or whatever time it is for you. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And I was gonna say don't blow your account, but maybe you guys are not doing anything like that right now. If you are, don't blow it. You can still blow it right now. All right. But I'll see you guys. If you guys have any questions, send it in the Discord. And yes, goodbye, guys.